Our next speaker, who is Valerie M You, I'd like to introduce. She's going to be giving an Icebreaker 2 speech, entitled The Second Time Around.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. My name is Valerie M You, and I will be giving my icebreaker speech. Many of you might be saying, why are you giving an icebreaker? We know that you're at different levels with Toastmasters, being a member for about 3 years. Well, it's not all about just going to DTM and then that's it. Because what is your desire? Well, my desire is to be a confident and courageous, bold speaker and an influencer, and for the sphere of my influence to grow and grow and grow. And the way that happens is, let's start again. Now, I was at an officers training a few weeks ago, and there was a man who was giving the presentation it was his 5th DTM that he was working towards. I don't know if I would continue to achieve DTM status. However, I do want to pursue the competent communicator and the polishing up my public speaking. Well, in order to do that, I ordered another set of books that I will be used to be evaluated. The journey starts, which life gives you many paths, but which path will you take? Life is like a puzzle, and you can either shrink back, or you can take one step at a time, which is the first piece, and then take the next piece and just keep adding to it. You could be a person that says, oh, I wish I could be this, or I wish I could be that, and you just sit at home and you just daydream, and let's say you're watching TV and you want to be the next Miss America. Well, you're not going to be the next Miss America if you're sitting on your couch doing nothing. You're not going to be the next Oprah Winfrey if you're just Googling stuff on the internet. It's taking the action, meeting people, finding out what is it that I need to do in order to pursue this. Just like a job, or just like a man pursues a woman to be his wife. You have to take action. It's also taking steps when you can't see the road ahead of you. What is it that you desire? What do you think the purpose of you coming into this world was? What is your destiny? What is the plan that God has for you? You could shrink back and be fearful and not move forward in the things that really are a desire of your heart, but in actuality, they really are the desire of His heart, because He put those desires in your heart. And now, what are you going to do with those gifts, talents, and treasures that have been bestowed upon you? It said that what you sow, you will reap. And as you give out, you will receive back much more. In 3 years, I look at it as, I can't believe I'm at this point speaking to people and getting up and giving speeches or filling roles when someone else wasn't able to, or people didn't respond back. So I'll step in, because I know what it's like when you're a leader and you're the one that needs to ask people to, could you fill this role? I need help with this. And it's dead silent. Now, what are you supposed to do? You have like an assignment. You have an assignment from your manager. You have to do something. The person isn't getting back to you. Are you going to chase after them? I mean, for a job, yes, you have to, but with Toastmasters, you can't be knocking down on everybody's cubicle wall, come and help me. So I'll pitch in and I'll say, you know what, Dawn, if people can't fill any roles, put me in. Because you know what? It gives me the flexibility also of stepping in at a moment's notice, which was a prayer I had many years ago, because I had to know who, what, where, when, why, and how. But then God took all that and He said, trust me, trust me. And guess what? I took one step at a time, just one step at a time. And as I allowed Him to help me in that process, I am becoming more like the person he created me to be. Because it's the same thing as if you're wearing someone else's shoes. When you were younger, if you did it or not, I don't know, but I know that for myself, I would put my mom's shoes on and I would try to see if they fit and walk around, and it felt awkward and clumsy. And that's the same thing in life. If you are trying to be someone else that you weren't supposed to be, you feel awkward, you feel clumsy. But when you step into the shoes that were made only for you, and you walk in that, you will be amazed on what you can do. And it is because that is the plan that God has for you. And then you're off on a sailboat and you're just coasting. Although you're in the mountains and the valleys at times, He's with you and He will get you back on course. And it's because it's those trials and those tribulations that you go through that He strengthens and refines you. And for those who haven't heard my speech before, where I talked about being touched by the Holy Spirit and how my life, changed in an amazing way, I have cards that feel free to take and take extra for family. And then the last piece is, by getting this phone holder, I'm able to videotape my videos, not only to look and see how I'm progressing, but to share them on YouTube and then through social media. Because what you have inside you should get out and be broadcast. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Valerie. Thank you for that inspiring word and message. And we do appreciate the second time around. We all know that the second time around is better than the first time, right? So